Hello les bonnes. Yo. Oui, bonjour. Oui, bonjour. Oui. Il faut que je mette... Oui, voilà, c'est mieux. On me voit mieux comme ça. Et la caméra, elle est passée haute. Ouah. Voilà, bonjour. Et là, elle est trop haute. Non. Alors les bonnes. WhatsApp. Coucou Scorch. Coucou. Il est où la SMR? Bah en fait, Scorch, comme maintenant j'ai la flemme du coup de retirer et remettre le filtre, ça me prend encore plus de temps pour le démarrage. Du coup, il n'y a plus d'ASMR tant que j'ai pas mis le plugin. C'est trop chiant. Et pareil, qu'est-ce que j'allais dire? Ah. Puis en plus, là, j'ai remarqué aussi que la suppression de bruit, elle me niquait un peu ma voix des fois. Genre, il y a des syllabes qui passaient pas. Du coup, pour l'instant, je l'ai laissé. Mais du coup, il faudra que je retire ça et qu'on passe à l'égaliseur comme tu avais proposé en prive. Coucou Flora Bébou et coucou Kimou. On a parlé de Princesse hier chez No Pain au moment des recos. Il est vraiment trop bien. Alors, du coup, ça va être un peu spoil parce que du coup, on a déjà beaucoup avancé. On a déjà fait plusieurs runs. On comprend comment le monde fonctionne à peu près. Là, on explore juste tous les possibles dans le monde. Et voilà. Manque un seul pour que la chambre soit rangée. Après, elle sera rangée pour un stream, hein, vous me connaissez. Hein. Mais oui. Normalement, le deal, c'est quand la barre est remplie, je fais un live où je range ma chambre. Alors, pas un live entier là-dessus, parce qu'il n'y a pas non plus grand chose à ranger. Hein, genre, regardez. Faut juste que, genre, on va c'est ce qu'il y a à terre, quoi. Je suis pas une bébou, je suis une doll. Hein. Non, t'es une bébou. Dès quand tu es dans le public de l'Enofi, tu es une bébou, Flora. Par contre, bâtard, on est que 3. Je suis agnégné. Si Annie a quelqu'un je suis agnégné. Merci Scorch pour le sub offert à Grosse Pisse. Pas maintenant Scorch, mais ok. Ok. Prochain stream, je range ma chambre. Normalement, ce sera dimanche, je crois, le prochain stream. Mais oui, bâtard, on est que 3 là. Vous êtes où? Eh, vous êtes plus de 300 sur la chaîne. Vous êtes où? Vous... Coucou Mel, ça va? Du coup, qu'est-ce que j'avais à raconter? Bah du coup, donc j'avais dit, j'ai streamé lundi, et j'avais dit je stream pas mardi, mercredi, parce que je dois faire mes papiers, mais de l'écho. J'ai pas encore fait, je sais pas faire Scorch, je sais pas faire les effets rigolos. Je suis bébé streameuse, small. Nya. Et du coup, bah j'ai passé mes 2 jours là à faire mes putains de papiers pour Pôle emploi et ma boîte, etc. Un enfer. Mes attestations d'arrêt maladie ne passent pas. J'ai beau changer tout ce qu'ils veulent dessus, les signer, mettre mon adresse, compléter les champs vides dont la sécu s'en foutait, ça ne passe quand même pas. Et du coup, donc j'avais un rendez-vous ce matin avec ma conseillère Pôle emploi, mais qui est pas ma vraie conseillère. Hein. Elle, c'est ma conseillère onboarding, genre c'est la première que tu vois pour voir ta situation. Mais du coup, elle gère pas tout ce qui est indemnisation. Du coup, elle pouvait pas m'aider pour mes papiers. Du coup, on va jouer avec mon autre conseiller, le vrai, pour mes papiers qui passent pas. Mais du coup, il y a genre mes attestations chômage qui passent pas, enfin mes attestations sécu qui marchent pas. Le contrat d'une école. Du coup, j'ai mis que je suis en CDD à l'école depuis X années. Du coup, j'ai mis tous les contrats successifs et ça ne passe pas. Je ne sais pas pourquoi, parce qu'ils disent juste à retransmettre. Donc moi j'ai envie de troller et de renvoyer le même en boucle, mais je pense que ça marchera pas. Ils m'ont aussi envoyé leur questionnaire de con spécifique au fait que comment dire? Au fait que j'étais directrice. Du coup j'étais assimilée salariée. Donc ouais, j'étais bien subordonnée. Du coup faut que je leur trouve une attestation bancaire. Faut que ma banque, la banque de la boîte, fasse un papier pour dire les Nofi avaient tel pouvoir. Sauf que comme je vous l'avais dit, ça faisait un putain de mois que la banque ne me répondait pas à mes multiples relances. Et il se trouve que du coup, la banque a dû percevoir mes ondes négatives genre lundi soir, du coup la banque est pas loin de chez moi. Ils ont dû voir genre tu sais un nuage maléfique qui sortait de ma chambre. Parce que du coup le lendemain du stream, elle m'a envoyé un mail pour me dire ok bah du coup j'ai vu le message. Je le transmets au siège. Et du coup, en plus, avant-hier, j'ai aussi reçu du coup un template pour l'attestation. Merci à Nice pour le follow. Let's go. J'ai reçu un template pour l'attestation de bancaire pour eux. Du coup, je les retransmis en mode utilisez celle-là, s'il vous plaît. Par pitié, faites pas de la merde. Donc voilà. Et sinon, bah, du coup, le petit rendez-vous Pôle emploi ce matin. Du coup, je me suis levé à 7h pour me préparer et y être pour 9h. C'était chiant, mais ça va. Du coup, sur place, elle était trop choupie, la meuf. Elle était vraiment gentille. Et du coup, bah, on a rempli avec elle son questionnaire de con de à quel point Pôle emploi va me casser les couilles. Hein. Et du coup, bah, elle m'a mis dans la catégorie de Pôle emploi ne te cassera pas les couilles. J'ai ma boîte. Hein. Faut que j'ai du temps pour mon activité. Du coup, elle m'a dit, bah, vous aurez le suivi minimum. Juste, vous avez sûrement qu'un rendez-vous tous les 6 mois. Et c'est vous qui demandez un rendez-vous si vous en avez besoin. Merci, c'est ce que je voulais. Du coup, let's go. Oui, parce que j'ai contact de mon conseiller pour pouvoir lui demander pour les documents, quoi. Parce que par contre, ça c'est chiant, par contre. Parce que je veux mon chômage, en fait. L'argent, j'ai cotisé pour, je le veux. S'il vous plaît. Premier degré, renvoie le même, j'avais fait ça, c'est passé. Ok, bah je referai ça, du coup. Ah, y'a... Donc, quoi d'autre de neuf? Bonne Rose. Hier, j'ai enfin réussi à faire un build de Mac qui fonctionne. Tu as déjà vu ton conseiller? Non. J'ai vu que la meuf de l'onboarding de Pôle emploi. J'ai pas encore eu le vrai conseiller qui me suivra tout du long. C'est lui qui va pouvoir m'aider pour mes papiers, elle m'a dit. Et j'aurai aussi une conseillère à part pour l'indemnisation. Et voilà, du coup, je vais devoir avoir tout ça à un moment. Bref, du coup, bonne Rose, j'ai enfin un Mac, un build Mac qui fonctionne. Avant, j'avais un build Mac qui marchait que sur les Mac avec une puce M1. Et maintenant, j'ai un build Mac qui fonctionne partout. Même sur les vieux Mac Intel. Du coup, let's go. Et du coup, on l'a mise en ligne sur la branche bêta. Il y a Scorch qui l'a testé. Il y a Pacred qui l'a testé avec le Mac qu'il a emprunté. Et du coup, ça marche. Donc je pense demain on fera l'annonce de regarder le jeu sur Mac. Et ça a été un enfer. J'ai dû passer en tout peut-être un petit... Oh, un bon 20-30 heures juste sur ça. En cumulant tous les mercredis là. Ouais. Et du coup il y a le Scroche hein, qui a fait 52 buns et le faux uncredit. Let's go. Et coucou Romary, coucou Camille et coucou Dodos. Et coucou Melecus. Et du coup, je dois passer par un vrai Mac Kimou. Quand on fait un build pour un... Quand on fait des builds pour un... Comment ça s'appelle? Pour un Mac, faut que t'aies un vrai Mac. On avait essayé sans. Et en fait, même si tu fais ton build sur Mac et que tu fais transiter par un Windows pour le mettre en ligne sur Steam, ça casse quand même le build. Genre, faut que surtout toute la chaîne, ça soit Mac, jusqu'à être envoyé à Steam. Sinon, le build, il est dead. C'est un enfer. On a dû aussi payer les 100 balles de programme développeur Apple pour pouvoir signer l'application. Et du coup, quand on fait un build Mac, pour faire le build Mac, il faut signer l'application et après il faut la mettre sur Steam. Et du coup, c'est un enfer parce que du coup, bah, pour signer l'application, bah, il faut avoir le Mac précis qui a la signature Apple à utiliser. Ça saoule. Ça saoule. Mais maintenant c'est bon, on a le pipeline qui est en place. Du coup, ça devrait aller mieux. Et le bug qu'on avait du coup, c'était que deux de nos bibliothèques qu'on utilisait. Donc le jeu, il n'y a pas de souci. Par contre, on avait deux bibliothèques qui marchaient pas. La bibliothèque Discord était pas compatible sur le... sur les vieux Mac. Putain, j'ai plus de voix. Cherchez à boire. Ah, attendez, bougez pas. J'ai art. C'est bon, je vais mieux. Je vais boire et ça va aller mieux. Je m'en suis renversé, quel débile. Du coup, je disais quoi? Ah oui. Donc du coup, la bibliothèque Discord était pas compatible avec les vieux Mac. Et dans Unity, il n'y a aucun moyen de discriminer les vieux Mac des nouveaux Mac, de ce que j'ai compris. Du coup, tu pouvais pas faire des ifs en mode est-ce que si c'est un Mac truc, tu mets Discord? Du coup, j'ai juste retiré l'intégration Discord des Macs. Tant pis pour les Mac M1 qu'ils supportaient. Et ma bibliothèque Steamworks pour l'intégration avec Steam était pas à jour. Je l'avais mise à jour, ça marchait quand même pas. Du coup, j'ai téléchargé un zip obscur sur GitHub, sur une issue GitHub. Quelqu'un a dit ah, chez moi ça marchait pas, j'ai fait ça, et il a mis le point zip. Et là, j'étais en mode vas-y, je prends les solutions magiques. J'ai pris le point zip, je l'ai mis dans mon projet, ça marche. Peut-être, et j'ai mis dans mon projet un virus qui va voler toutes nos coordonnées bancaires. Mais ça marche. En vrai, je pense que c'est bon. En vrai, je pense que tout va bien, mais bref. Après, les Mac mini à main, je crois que c'est pas mal en termes de puissance-prix. Ouais, par contre, putain, les prix des Mac. Parce que moi, je voulais me prendre un Mac pour être plus à l'aise. Parce que là, actuellement, le problème, c'est que dès que je dois faire un build de Mac, faut que j'aille chez Pacrette pour utiliser son Mac pour faire ça, quoi. Et du coup, qu'est-ce que j'allais dire? Du coup, ben, je peux pas tranquillement chez moi bosser les builds de Mac, les mettre à jour, tout ça, quoi, c'est chiant. D'ailleurs, quand il faut combien d'heures d'opti pour la vie Steam? Alors, toi, Score, du coup, comme je t'ai offert une clé, tu peux mettre un avis Steam, mais il comptera pas. Si tu veux que ton avis compte dans les nombres de reviews, faut que je t'annule ta clé et que t'achètes le jeu. Je suis désolé. Mais tu peux quand même mettre ton avis si tu veux, hein. Mais sinon, faut que je retire ta clé pour que tu puisses mettre un avis qui compte. Sinon, c'est un jeu qui est obtenu gratuitement et ça compte pas. Les VM Mac marchent pas non plus. Faut vraiment le build hardware Mac. J'ai passé par VM, mais je pense que ça marche pas non plus, non. Parce qu'il faut avoir un vrai compte Apple et tout qui marche. Du coup, je pense qu'il s'est détecté si c'est un vrai Mac ou pas. Allez, ton dos. Mais bref, du coup, annonce demain et puis on mettra ça en ligne. Ah, mais si qu'on regarde, je vais faire le pire commentaire en fait. Non, non, Scorch, non, non. En fait, en gros, il va apparaître dans les autres reviews, mais il sera pas dans le pourcentage qui apparaît en haut, quoi. Du coup, ça c'est pas un. Parce que du coup, oui, regardez. C'est important. Bunburrows Steam. Regardez. Le jeu, il est presque aux 500 reviews. Je sais que je dis ça toutes les semaines, mais regardez. Regardez. Oh, non. F10. Ah, qu'est-ce qu'il branle? Mais non. Regardez. Il a 465 reviews. Alors en tout, il a plus de 500 si on compte les reviews de gens qui l'ont eu gratuit. Genre les streamers, tout ça. Et les potes. Mais du coup, ben... on y est presque. Plus que 35 reviews. Et on a le extrêmement positif. Dinguerie ou quoi? Dinguerie de ouf. Oui, ça, c'est tout que j'ai obtenu gratuitement, ouais. Et du coup, ça compte pas dans les vraies reviews. On avait regardé hier, il en manquait 35. Il n'y en a pas plus depuis hier. Non, bah non, actuellement, ça arrive au compte-gouttes. Après, du coup, bah, ça me fait faire la transition. C'est que on participe à une solde pour une charité. Hop. Regardez. On participe à la War Child Sale, qui est du coup une charité qui vient en aide aux enfants victimes de conflits et de guerres. Et les noms, cette transition à chaque stream. Oui, oui. Et du coup, on a une mise en avant sur Steam avec ça. Du coup, ben, le jeu est en solde à moins 20%. Et une partie des ventes part aussi à la charité. Et comme c'est une très grosse solde, enfin comme c'est une très grosse charité, il y a une petite mise en avant par Steam. Du coup, peut-être qu'on aura à nouveau des ventes par là aussi, quoi. Et pour si vous demandez, malheureusement non, la charité a pas encore d'argent envoyé en Palestine. Tout simplement parce que bah, c'était récent par rapport à eux leur truc, quoi. Mais ils ont déjà eu ils sont pro-Palestine, hein. Ils ont mis leur comment dire, ils ont communiqué sur la Palestine et tout. Du coup, c'est cool, hein. Moi, du coup, c'est pas moi qui fais les démarches pour être dedans. C'est AB. Mais du coup, j'avais cette peur-là de, tu sais, genre, ah oui, des pauvres enfants israéliens. Non, du coup, non, c'est bon. La charité est vraiment basée dans tes plaies aux gens qui auraient un drapeau Israël. Putain, oui. Parce que du coup, sur le serveur, j'ai annoncé la charité. Et bah, il revient pas la caméra? Ah si, c'est bon. J'ai annoncé la charité. Je fais un petit ping, juste les gens qui ont le tag Bunburrows. Et il y a un mec, il y a un ref qui a répondu qu'il y a un drapeau israélien. Et j'étais en mode, mon ref, tu n'as pas compris. Tu n'as pas compris, tu n'es pas dans... Tu n'es pas du bon côté de l'histoire, moi. Du coup, j'ai supprimé sa react. J'ai vraiment la flemme de le confronter ou quoi. J'ai juste retiré l'emote. Belreus, non, ce n'est pas toi. Je sais que c'est pas toi, Belreus. D'ailleurs, bilan, les clés que t'as essayé t'as envoyé au streamer de la sortie, combien ils ont joué? Je vais dire ça tout de suite. Alors, attends. Alors, je peux pas savoir individuellement quelle clé a été activée. Par contre, je peux savoir... Alors, attendez, je regardais. Je peux savoir... Sur toutes les clés envoyées, combien ont été activées? Alors, attendez. Bonne de rose. Je crois qu'il y a un bon tiers, une bonne moitié, si je me rappelle bien. Demander des clés de produits Steam. Alors du coup... Oh, non. Ah oui, mais après, le problème, c'est que du coup, il y a des clés qu'on a... Il y a des clés qu'on a... Il y a des clés qu'on a prises juste pour... comment ça s'appelle? Pour vendre sur des stores alternatifs. Par exemple, on a un partenaire avec Plugin Digital qui ont besoin de clés pour vendre sur des stores genre russes et chinois, etc. Du coup, c'est aussi des clés. Du coup, bah, sur plusieurs milliers de clés, on en a genre presque 500 qui ont été activées. Mais du coup, bah, c'est cumulé de des clés vendues et des clés influenceurs. Du coup, j'ai pas le vrai chiffre pour les influenceurs, malheureusement. Du coup, je n'ai pas la réponse corte, j'aimerais bien l'avoir. Mais du coup, je pense, ouais, un bon quart, un bon 50%, ouais. Et du coup, dernière news, avant de continuer la princesse, là, parce que je ronge mon frein depuis 2 jours à vouloir y jouer. J'ai créé un PV sur le Twitter, regardez. Du coup, si vous étiez dans mon sac Twitter à l'époque, quand il y avait encore les sacs Twitter avant que le cringe lord en chef arrive, bah du coup, followez le PV. C'est Utena Bomber. C'est rigolo comme nom, non? Mais voilà, du coup, si vous étiez sur mon privé, n'hésitez pas à faire une demande de follow. Je vais pouvoir dire des bêtises dessus. Je vais pouvoir dire tout ce que je ne peux pas dire sur mon public. Oh là là, oh là là. Bon, moi je veux jouer là. Le frein existe, les Nofi. Mais oui, le frein, non. Hop, fermez tout ça. On va lancer la princesse. Où est-ce qu'elle est? Elle est là. Et je coupe la Lofi. Hop, je vous décale à gauche. Le jeu démarre. Est-ce qu'il y a bien du son qui est bien? Ah, j'ai pas le son, moi. C'est bon, je l'ai. Ça va juste harceler les devs de... Mais non, je suis pas mesquine à ce point-là. Je n'harcèle personne. Je vais juste me moquer un peu, c'est tout. Tu coupes les Nofi. Le son est bien, on l'entend faiblement. Oui, c'est parce que c'est le loading aussi. Là, normalement, ça va être mieux. Et je peux même le monter encore un petit peu, attendez. Je peux faire... Propriété. Non, filtre. Filtre. Et je vais monter le gain. Je vais mettre le gain à 12. Hop, attendez. Non, c'est bien. Ok. Je laisse à 8 alors. Du coup, où est-ce qu'on en était? Là, apparemment. Ah oui.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Ouais, non, il parle un peu fort le ref.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ouais, 4 c'est bien. Hop. Donc du coup, rappel, on était à notre fin de deuxième boucle. On avait fait la dernière fois 4 princesses. On avait fait la princesse des lames. On avait fait la... Enfin, du coup, le rasoir, elle s'appelait. On avait fait la cauchemar. Qui m'avait fait beaucoup de choses. Qu'est-ce qu'on avait fait d'autre? J'ai oublié les 2 autres qu'on a faites. N'oublie pas de râper ta plante d'épanard au-dessus de ta soupe pour acheter du croquant. Oui, la bonne corne de pied là. Oui, ah oui, on a fait la princesse Mimi, la damsel, mais qu'on a transformée en concept jour 2 de princesse idéale. Et la deuxième, c'était quoi? En tout cas, c'était la première qu'on avait faite, la deuxième, j'ai oublié ce qu'on a fait. Mais ok, let's go. Coucou Miss 14. On était au moment où tu étais sur un chemin, au bout de ce chemin, il y a un chalet. Ah oui, merci, putain, Romary, putain, oui. J'avais oublié. Et puis en plus, à la fin, on avait Red Moufette, hein, qui joue à Doki Doki. Je suis resté sur le live de Moufette jusqu'à 3h du mat, parce qu'elle a fait le jeu d'une traite, en doublant tout. C'était trop bien. J'étais vraiment dans le mood spécial des petits VNG là, et j'étais vraiment trop heureuse. Hein. Ça fait une fois au chalet. Scorch. Hein. C'est bien parce que tu as été mon bêta-testeur de Bunboro Mac, hein. Mais là ça méritait un ban tempo, tu vois. Je te le dis pour que tu saches. Mais les refs of the cut, hein, un peu gaze quand même. Allez. Donc là on voulait faire la run kaléidoscope jour 3. Du coup on va aller on va s'éloigner de la cabine.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
Oui.
Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads.
Non.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the states of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
Hop, c'est fait.
Forever. When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Oui, mais je viens de rendre précise, mon ref.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess. There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived.
Ah mais du coup en plus ça a encore plus de sens que du coup enfin, je pense que j'avais déjà pensé à l'époque, mais du coup le fait que le monde glitch et que ça devient un kaléidoscope de tu rentres forcément dans la cabine, ça fait sens du coup par rapport à la construct elle-même, en fait, parce que du coup la construct n'existe que pour être le système moi narrateur chalet princesse. Du coup si tu veux faire autre chose que ça n'existe pas en fait.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin.
Moi, je pense qu'on peut quand même esquiver les cabines.
The cabin. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that.
Allez, let's go. Chapitre 2, Stranger, je vais save. Parce que je sais pas du tout ce qu'il faut faire pour le jour 3. Hop, petite save. Let's go.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end.
Alors...
Last I checked, there wasn't any If he doesn't remember what happened, then... I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude.
Oui, mon bref, s'en habituer.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am a warning. She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we ignore him. Let's...
Attends, je pouvais pas l'esquiver? Attendez, je vais essayer de recharger. Parce que là, du coup, ça m'a amené à la cabine. Est-ce que l'autre choix m'a amené à la cabine aussi? Ouais.
You're on a path. You're here.
Hop. Stay in the woods forever? Ah oui, non, d'accord. Vous n'êtes pas une princesse? Non, du coup, je peux pas. Ok.
You know I can... A warning. She will twist. Ignore him. Let's...
Ok.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors. The only...
Ça, on sait.
No, I've already...
On a une cabine qui est bizarre.
Nothing. Just... Ow. I'm not going to stop. Yes, take what you're seeing here. Okay.
Du coup, je vais prendre l'épée et essayer de la tuer, je pense. Voir ce que ça fait.
You take the blade from the table. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Oh. Du coup, je peux continuer d'être contrarienne pendant toute la run, du coup. Peut-être.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Oh, c'est une nouvelle. C'est pas un nouveau curseur, trop rigolo.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Stop.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Je la laisse trop par la fenêtre ou pas, je me rappelle plus. Q-save. De toute façon, je referai tout si je me trompe pas. Est-ce que j'avais jeté l'épée ou pas, je me rappelle plus. Q-save. Ok.
Yes! Do it! Seriously.
Ah, j'avais pas jeté la lame.
You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen?
J'avais pas fait ça, donc on verra.
Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Enter the basement. La dernière fois on était allé à droite, c'était le chemin un peu le chemin douillet, je crois.
All built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get.
Tout le monde. Oui, c'est des petits oreillers qui m'ont étouffé, si je me rappelle bien.
None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we... And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Du coup, on va aller à gauche.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your
Ah
legs,
non.
till there's nothing
Non.
left to feel.
Moi quand je dois trop marcher, j'aime pas aller dehors.
The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, till the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion.
Ah mais je sais. Est-ce que la place d'être les princesses, ce
Are you
serait
just
pas
going to stand
Ce serait
there?
pas les différentes voix? Vous vous rappelez que j'ai dit que c'est les princesses, vu qu'il y a plus de princesses que ces trucs-là? Pourquoi est-ce qu'il y a plus de voix que les 8-10 trucs qu'il y avait là? Peut-être?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
À tout Marie.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Alors. Du coup, je peux pas le dire vu que j'ai pas l'épée. Du coup, ça va faire la même fin, je pense. On va voir.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left. Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Ça on a déjà fait. Du coup, si je fais tout ça, et après je fais ça, ça va pas marcher. Donc je vais essayer de faire ça.
Wait, that's not right. Go on.
Ah non, ça quick,
But it lands.
ça avance rapidement vers la fin, ok.
You experience a firm. You can feel yourself rupture. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at
Ok,
once,
ça on a déjà fait.
the world looks like. But this. You know,
Y'a plus de choix après, hein.
Nothing falls apart. I think we were never going to sell.
Ouais. Non, c'est pas bon. Quick load. Donc, on regarde l'épée. On garde l'épée. Et on est dans le basement.
The door to the basement creaks open. Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the air.
Oui, d'accord.
There'll still be plenty of ways.
On va retourner à gauche. Est-ce qu'il se rappelle ou pas que je l'ai fait? Il se rappelle que je l'ai fait. Ok, du coup j'aurais pu faire le milieu à la place. Je peux pas la slay, hein. Y'a pas toujours 3 sur la kaléidoscope?
Maybe it's because...
As the prince, we can do that. I don't like it again. Should we tell him?
And what's that supposed to mean? I don't feel like I've gotten... There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Which? Any of them? I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we
Chemin du milieu, je l'ai pas encore fait, non.
I can't believe
Je ferai
someone
après si jamais c'est
suggested
encore
you
la même
toss it
fois.
out the... I don't think we're going to be able to put... Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like it certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling.
Bah non, ça fait quand la même fin ici.
You can address me as princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for...
None of them haven't. How astute.
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this. Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you... I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened? I don't think what I'd do... I just want to live my life. I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be... Wait, that's not... Go on. That's what the end of the world looks like. But this... Do you not have anything witty to say? No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we
Oui,
supposed
d'accord,
to...
ça me dit. Bon, bah, chemin du milieu, hein.
The door to the basement creaks open. Nothing here seems to belong.
Chemin du milieu.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on.
S'il y a une Beryl ou une Romary dans le chat, hein, je veux bien savoir comment on a le tour 3, si c'est possible actuellement.
It's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one
Peut-être se perdre ici.
careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Non, même pas. On peut pas choisir.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. What the hell was that?
Bah non, on peut rien faire. J'avais sauvegardé où? Du coup, y a pas de run 3 kaléidoscope? Ah, je suis déjà dans la run là, du coup, bah tant pis. On va amener celle-là à la construct et puis tant pis. Hein. Bah, je vais couper mon... Hop, les notifs. Au moins, y a pas de jour 3 sur le kaléidoscope. Je suis choqué.
Princess, you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Is this a quiz? You're the one who came down here, and with a sharp, sharp knife, too. But you know, right? You have... There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
She fractures again. Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole...
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. thought they would send something better to deal with me. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we?
Ouais, ok.
That's not right.
Ok, bah tant pis, hein. Ok, bon, on va revoir la face avec le corbeau, ça va être intéressant.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... Why is it here?
T'inquiète
Why
Camille,
now?
c'est pas grave. Alors... Ah oui, du coup, le reflet que je vois, c'est le reflet de la zone qui est The Long Quiet, du coup. Ah, c'est ça. C'est ça qu'on voit R. En fait, on voit juste le reflet de ce qu'il y a derrière, parce que c'est moi le Long Quiet, en fait. Trop stylé.
I think you know what I am.
Alors. Donc là, question qu'on n'a jamais posée. Quel est ce lieu? Je sais déjà, mais il y a celui-là que j'avais pas posé.
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through.
Ouais, ça on sait.
The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world.
Ouais.
But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Ok. Après, toutes les questions nulles de est-ce que ça lui fait mal, mais on s'en fout un peu.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Ok.
And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Ça.
You're the long quiet,
J'ai fait ça.
the god.
Ok.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Ouais.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation.
Ouais.
Or most
Y a pas le skip, mais apparemment j'ai déjà vu ce dialogue là. Ok. Oh.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing.
Ok.
Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave. Light, burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of readers. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world.
Oui, d'accord.
I'm only
T'es
too
délu,
sure
mon
if
ref,
I'm
par
wrong.
contre.
I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong. Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Ça, j'avais déjà demandé. Oh, non, ça, j'avais déjà fait. Mais j'ai oublié la réponse que je vais leur faire, je pense. Ça, j'avais fait. Ça, j'avais fait.
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? She wound up a princess because you wanted her to be a princess. As to why, maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come.
Ok. Donc oui, c'est vrai, c'est lié sur le concept de base, quoi. Coucou Bradneko. Oui, ça c'est la princesse. On a fait une princesse qu'on avait déjà fait. Parce qu'on n'a pas réussi à faire le jour 3, on sait pas comment faire. Du coup, tant pis.
I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
Bon, du coup, on fait quoi? On refait une boucle ou est-ce qu'on la tue cette fois? J'ai envie de la tuer pour voir ce qui se passe si on la tue. Ce soir, on a vu que la boucle, il se passait rien de spécial quand on faisait la boucle. Enfin, genre, c'était pas une vraie boucle de gameplay. Du coup, je vais la détruire peut-être.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear, ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting.
Sacrée ambiance, hein. Ouais, hein.
Into your nature,
Stylé, hein.
isn't it?
Ambiance after bizarre, hein.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open
Je suis pas sur les afters comme ça, mais soit. Ah, non, rien. Allô? C'est beau les images, ça va, Mel? Tu l'avais pas encore vu, toi? Je sais plus si t'étais là pendant le... Non, t'étais pas là pendant le premier stream, on avait vu ça. Mais oui, belles images, Mel. Oui. Il y a... Voilà. Ouais.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Ouais, on l'avait déjà vu du coup.
The masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
Alors.
But you say nothing.
You.
Je
suis agnagné. Je suis
agnagné.
Je suis agnagné. Nya. Scorch qui gift un sub à Stream Elements. Au lieu de sub des vrais gens qui pourraient éventuellement se resub un jour, tu vois, Scorch s'amuse à sub des bots en fait. Bravo Scorch.
On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts or not you. Alive, dead, then alive and dead all at once.
Mais Scorch t'es ravagé. Stream Elements c'est le truc pour faire le layout. Hein. Genre pour gérer le chat, tout ça.
You learned to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
Alors.
And it was a joy for me to finally face my end. Even when I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
Ma queen.
More terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
J'aime tellement.
Your certainty is an illusion of passion and reflex. You won't know what solitude truly is unless you sentence yourself to it forever. A web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves, laid upon a web of
Ah, je connais c'est Bag
nerves.
of Milk.
The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
Je sais par rapport avec sac de lait, bah, c'était genre phrase upon phrase répétée, comme bag outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. C'est la même construction de phrase rigolote, récursive.
All
things are connected through me and through you. To harm me is to harm yourself, is to harm everything. The truth of that moment remains our truth. Your lover has tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp? I am so deeply woven into the threads of this reality that I cannot imagine it without me. Perhaps there is a better world to build. But you cannot know until you see it. Are you so sure in your blind optimism that you would shatter all of creation? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Non, Maros. Non, Maros. Si cette fois, je te tue.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth. This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Alors du coup...
Then try to destroy me if you can. But I will not yield easily to your delusion.
You don't have to face her alone. I'm all of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Alors...
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Oui, donc ça va quand même finir en dialogue avec elle dans la cellule, comme dans la fin d'art qu'on avait déjà eu.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Oh! Est-ce que je continue le combat ici ou est-ce que je le ramène dans la pièce? Coup de save.
You can't, and lucky for you, I'm not gonna let you try.
Mais... il m'a pas laissé faire.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here.
Il est misogyne, il me laisse pas faire moi-même ce que je veux.
You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're gonna need that blade. It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her. Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Ok.
Even after you decided to see his plans through, I guess you can like the idea and hate the man.
Hop, let's go tuer la princesse pour une dernière fois. Enfin, pour cette run, hein. Je crois que je vais encore en
Remember
refaire.
the first time we were here? The
first time we heard her voice.
It's almost over, isn't it? That's okay. Let's just talk, the two of us, one more time, before you kill me.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
You're really going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You don't have to. You know that, right? But if that's what you want, we might as well talk a bit first. I wouldn't mind a few extra minutes.
C'est horrible. Est-ce que je la slay direct sans poser de questions? Comme un sauvage, hein, je pense. Hein.
So this is really it then. Let's see this through.
Ah, c'est horrible.
So this is what it feels like to actually die. I think this is for the best. I don't know what the world will be like without me.
But it can't be that bad if it still has you in it.
C'est horrible.
I've always loved you.
Don't forget me.
On est bien là.
Gone. And I don't think she's coming back. Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Est-ce que je suis devenu la princesse? Non. En mode je suis enfermé, en fait je suis genre la partie de moi que la princesse est devenue la princesse, ça aurait été rigolo.
It's quiet here. He's gone, she's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us. It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
La run mascu.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem.
La route mal Sigma, let's go.
Yeah, we can do that.
Ok. On n'a rien appris de plus du coup. Ok. Du coup, là, il n'y a pas de load. Et juste new game. Ok. Du coup, nouvelle run où je vais prendre les suggestions de route. Notamment, je veux faire la tower. Comment on fait la tower? Je l'ai vu chez Alice au
You're on a
début.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to...
Bon bref, on va skip quand c'est du qu'on a déjà vu. Alors attendez. Qu'est-ce qu'on a encore jamais fait? Ah oui, on n'a pas fait de jour 3 sur la run où on est gentil avec la princesse. T'inquiète Camille, t'inquiète. Du coup on va aller gentil avec la princesse, on va essayer de faire un jour 3 avec. Stab après avoir parlé. Ah genre je l'ai trahi, genre pack. Comme ça. C'est ça après avoir parlé. Pour la tower je crois. Non. Mais disons, je vais d'abord faire... Il y en a une que j'ai en tête, du coup je vais la faire d'abord. C'est celle où on est gentil avec elle, il y aura peut-être un jour 3. Alors, quick save. Alors,
You
hop.
make your way up the short path. She will lie. We're not going to go through with it.
Bah juste tu causes un peu en lui disant que tu vas la tuer, genre. Et c'est elle qui me tue, c'est ça? Ok.
The interior of the blade is your...
Alors, je vais juste être gentil avec elle pour l'instant et on verra après celle-là, du coup, la tower.
The door to the basement.
Alors...
How many times do I have to...
Alors...
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Okay.
You make your way to... Fine.
Hop, sauver la princesse.
No.
Lui dire... La prévenir.
Stop that. The
Résister.
blade. Move the blade.
Hop, la demoiselle. Maintenant je vais...
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you we'll see about that. What can I say?
Ok. Alors... Du coup... Cabine.
A warning before you go.
Quick save. Ouais. Il se passe si juste tu la butes là. Bah, je pense que c'est ça la jour 3 en fait. Je pense que je vais faire ça.
The interior, the blade is your... You take the blade from the table. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies. Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Hop.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last
Ok,
time.
simp.
I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her. My love! We're here to rescue your... You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero.
I was so worried you
Stop,
wouldn't
stop,
come
stop,
back.
stop. C'est l'heure du couteau.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible. That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well,
Vas-y, skip.
she killed us. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to... Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end.
Alors, est-ce qu'il y a un slip de princesse? Oui. Alors. Bah, let's go, hein.
Blade in hand, you run the princess down.
C'est horrible.
Wait, no! You barbarian, what do you think you're doing? But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's
Non,
eyes grow wide with
non,
terror
c'est
as you
horrible.
approach, but she does absolutely nothing to stop
Non.
you. Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
Non.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
Non, tu n'as rien fait de mal. Je veux juste explorer les différentes fins, c'est tout.
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry, not you!
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult. I feel sick. Sick? You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable. You'll get over it. You just saved everyone. Get over it? You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all. You raise the blade.
Je l'ai tué genre beaucoup d'autres fois, Scorch. Genre une bonne vingtaine, trentaine, je pense.
Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
Save.
Exactly. You're not doing this. All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all? I don't believe this. What? What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry. That's right. You're all sorry. Everything goes dark.
Let's go, jour 3. The Grey. Let's go.
You're on a path in the woods. You horrid monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath. She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her. You killed her. And so I killed you.
Le narrateur en mode oula, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Oh, and I'm still here too. If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions.
I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
Oh non.
And if it is permanent, then what?
J'adore à quoi elle
You'll kill us
ressemble.
again.
Est-ce qu'elle va être salée?
Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Don't provoke him. I prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying.
Why not? You've already done it twice.
It was unpleasant.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
Can I?
Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too.
Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
I'll believe that when I see her living body.
Did I hear that right? He says she's alive. Our beloved lives again.
Yes, she's alive. But you're going to have to make her not alive. You'll have to slay her. It's your job.
We absolutely will not. This is a tale of love and redemption, and this time it will not end in bloodshed. Except ours, if any of you try anything.
Let's do our best to keep him away from anything sharp. If we're lucky, there won't even be a blade when we get to the cabin.
Alors.
She'll find a way out eventually and the world will still end.
Again he makes her out to be a monster. I'm tired of all this slander. She's never hurt anyone in her life except for us, and that was our fault.
We don't know that. She could have done all sorts of things we weren't around to see.
Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again.
Il parle comme Daxidius. Je connais pas, c'est quoi, c'est un truc dans un Marvel ça? C'est quoi ce truc là de...
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
Wait, but if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us, ready to make amends.
Yes, I already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well.
I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive.
Influence doesn't require life.
But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive?
Who said they
Il y a
restarted?
beaucoup de edging pour un jour 3 quand même.
They've done.
Genre, souvent les jours 3 c'est en mode allez, on y va, on commence. Et là, genre il y a tellement de dialogue au début. Je vais vous laisser de Bebenheur. Travail à toutes. Désolé Scorch, putain, le travail aussi tard. Après, c'est que tu fais de la zik. Bah, force à toi, Scorch. Hein. À toutes.
I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
Oh, it's clear, you murderer.
Though I should remind you that you're not as in charge as you seem to think you are.
I'm sure his outburst last time was just a fluke. I wouldn't worry about him. Besides, if he kills us again, he kills us again. It doesn't matter. He'll tire out eventually. The flame of passion always burns out in the end.
Spoken like a true cynic.
Enough bickering. Just stay focused and get to the cabin.
Allez, cabine.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just... don't muck it up this time, alright?
Oh, we'll muck it up all right. We'll get our happy ending. even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it. I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful. Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off. It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens.
Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion?
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me.
This is horribly unproductive. The cabin...
Oui, je veux voir la princesse. S'il vous plaît, arrêtez de vous battre. Please. Oui.
The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle.
Bébou fantôme?
Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each
Bébou fantôme avec un couteau dans la poitrine?
stately building
Non.
preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her?
Our beloved. So she does live.
She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it.
The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade.
Non.
That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Elle est dans le torse.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it.
Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done.
Ce gros semard.
Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested
Ghost
that
Bébou,
weapon
mais oui.
directly into our heart.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Oui.
As if something as flimsy as a missing door would stop us on our sacred quest. Cross the room, find our way back to her, make things right.
You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is...
Oui.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that. It's so hazy. We should try and clean it off.
It's time for all of you to see what we've become.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down.
Quel bâtard.
So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us.
No way left to go but down.
Allez.
The door to the basement.
Oh non, le bébou, regardez-la. Elle est si triste, elle est en mode...
By weak torchlight.
Oh, tu m'avais tué.
The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules
Regardez-la,
have been
non.
fossilized,
Oh, ça fait ça.
trapped for eons until your arrival. Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again.
My love!
She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Oh non, bébou. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on fait du coup? Est-ce qu'on fait genre on est gentil avec elle ou est-ce qu'on vient la terminer?
You receive no response.
Do you think she's upset with us?
Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I
Die
feel
Presse
so
Bébou of Doom.
exposed.
Of course she's livid, and with good reason.
You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
Let's go.
As you descend the final
Mao.
step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
No. What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up. Thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at
Elle a
you
le seum.
from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death
Des jours que je peux regarder tes streams pour pas me spoil loin. Oh, Bébou! Bébou! Je vais faire du Talos, je crois, dimanche. Du coup, il y aura le Talos. Bébou!
We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
Elle est pas si smart que ça?
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick.
Yes. Seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect
Des obis, Bébou.
after all.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
Elle veut sortir.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation,
Non.
immediately catches fire.
She's trying to kill us. A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Because I want to be with you. I don't want you to leave.
See? Everything's fine. She wants to be with us.
Ouais, morte.
In a bad way.
She just has a unique way of expressing things.
The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke. The air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel.
Ça va, mon ref?
Bad. I bet it'll feel really, really bad. Yes, it will be.
Girls can have
So you
hobbies,
better
mais
come up with
oui.
something to do and fast. Your personal
She
safety
just likes
is
burning
far
stuff.
from she's threatening right now.
I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
I'm not mad at you. You gave me so much to think about. And it's all going to be over soon. It's all going to be better.
She's holding a grudge. She wouldn't. She's perfect. The heat grows in intensity as the flames draw ever nearer.
Et du coup, c'est rigolo parce que du coup, c'est une route hein, qui est un peu resymbolise la fin où on side avec elle pour détruire le construct. Du coup, il y a ce truc de. Elle comprend que la situation nous empêche d'être ensemble. Du coup, bah là, elle brûle le basement, ce qui correspond à nous détruire le construct quand on est shifting man des Long Quiet. C'est trop stylé.
I wonder if we look good right now. Fire makes a lot of things look good. I can only imagine how dazzling our eyes are in the dancing flames. Do you think she's noticed?
I don't want to burn to death. We don't have to, right?
Quick save.
You'll understand when it's over. Just like I understood after you stabbed me in the heart. Everything is okay.
The flames lick at your form, stripping layers of you away, causing your skin to blister and pop and crisp. As you burn, the princess glides to your side, her ghostly form blackening as she too succumbs.
C'est horrible.
This is terrible, we're going to die. I'd savour this feeling if I were you. Soon enough we won't have nerves.
And we'll get to die with her. After what you made us do last time.
Short hair
This
bébou,
is
mais
as
oui.
sweet an end as we could hope.
Elle a une petite coupe au bol. Quelle choupette.
She clutches you close to her chest, her eyes bright and her smile wide with manic affection, watching as the flames take you away. Pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
Peut-être que celle-là n'a pas sa place dans le lénoïcule. J'avoue que...
It isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything. See? That wasn't so bad.
It was.
Bon son techno-chi qui cuise, j'avoue déteste. Tu as commit, mais...
You'll get used to it.
There are still the feelings of the heart. Those
Bah si,
never...
bah si mon ref, quand tu vas mourir en fait.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all. We can die happy.
Enfin posé devant le truc avec ma petite soupe, âge ressenti 45. Oh, la petite mamie. Petite, une soupe à quoi hein? Ah, c'est horrible. Yo.
She's gone. And there's that mirror. Who is? A villain. There's something. Yes. You're right. I can't. I'm
Okay.
begging you.
On a déjà fait tout ça.
It's different now. It feels.
Something finds me in the long quiet.
Soupe avec que des petits que tu connais pas. Poireaux, navets, lait de coco avec ton légume préf, la patate. Oui. En fait, c'est une soupe aux frites que tu fais. Moi aussi, j'en ai fait hier soir, j'ai mis des frites au four. Et je les ai sorties. Et j'ai mis du sel, du vinaigre et du ketchup. C'est ça une soupe? Parce que du coup, c'était un peu liquide, il y avait le vinaigre. Non?
I am sorry.
tout ça on sait.
A person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
Envie de souper avec toi, recette validée. Let's go! Let's go la team des soupeuses!
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Ok. Qu'est-ce que tu penses de ce vaisseau-là? Le reste, on l'a déjà vu.
Yes. Nerves and fiber. This one is passion betrayed. But even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Ok, tout ça, on a déjà vu.
How can the...
Hop.
I'm sorry. You...
Quand même tout faire au cas où.
I know only... You are... She... You speak... Nothing.
Hop, let's
She
go.
asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Toujours horrible cette première boucle à chaque fois.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ok. Ok, maintenant je perds The Tower. Alors 2 secondes. Je vais aller voir comment on l'a fait. Parce que j'ai vu Alice la faire, du coup c'est pas vraiment un spoil de toute façon. Enfin, j'ai déjà été spoil. Hein. Alors attendez. The Princess. The Tower. Ah non, je conne. Attends, le jeu s'appelle Slay the Princess. The Tower. Alors. Ok, faut lui parler, la slay et give up pendant qu'on se bat avec elle. Ok. Je remets OBS. Hop.
You're here to
Ok, du coup, on y va.
You make your way. The interior of the blade is your...
On prend
Take
l'épée.
the blade from the table.
Je pense oui, Mel. Non, en vrai, ça me rapporte à la carte de tarot et à la forme de la princesse. Tu vas voir. Elle va te plaire beaucoup, je pense.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
La princesse a une grosse tour, oui.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Putain, hier, j'ai l'impression qu'après j'étais une chaseuse. C'est que du coup, il y avait une TDS Twitter que je suis qui a posté un selfie d'elle dans un body Spider-Man. Et elle tuckait de ouf zinzin. Je croyais qu'elle avait fait une vagino. Ses commentaires aussi, t'es en mode ah bravo pour la vagino. Et elle dit ah non, c'est bon, je tuckais juste beaucoup. Et moi j'étais. Genre, du coup, sur quoi avant de lire ça, j'étais déçu. J'étais en mode oh non, on a perdu une Horus Gmail de compétition. Non, oui, elle tuckait, oui. Et mais du coup, voilà. Mais du coup, j'étais en mode ah non. Les meufs habitent, bref.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Les gens n'aiment pas les sirènes. Hein.
There's a heavy chain around
Bah si,
her wrist,
parce qu'elles ont des queues, les sirènes.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Attends.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
La princesse avec la plus grosse top, tu la vois si tu abandonnes pas le combat. Ouais. Pas sûr. Attends, on va voir. Attends, j'ai quick side déjà. Elle te coupe la queue et te mange en soupe. Nouveau kink débloqué?
How about you drop the knife and the two of us...
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a... You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you head... You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other? Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you? You squint even
C'est pas ce que je comptais faire, mais ça a l'air rigolo aussi.
So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Mais... Ah, c'est faut que je lui parle d'abord.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Non, c'était bon là.
Unarmed.
Ok. Ah, il fallait juste que je... Maintenant... En fait, il fallait que je l'attaque après avoir hésité, c'est ça? On va voir ce que je peux faire
We'll be
ici.
fine.
Attends.
Don't know what you're hoping to accomplish.
Il fallait slay.
I can assure you
Je
there's
quick
no
load.
reason.
Je quick load pour être sûr. Et je vais voir ce qu'on peut
Just
faire
make
ici.
sure you don't forget.
Pour ça, pour les
here
prochaines
we
runs
are.
aussi.
What an awkward start to a relationship.
Il y a quoi du coup?
I know. I just...
She was just threatening us a second ago. Am I the only one here unnerved by that perfect little laugh? I'll take that as a sign that you're finally coming around to reason.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key. Well, we can always put that knife to...
Her sharp eyes set. She isn't suggesting she is.
Do you? You're lying.
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
She hesitates before.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Note the lack of detail.
Too long.
Again, she offers.
Oh, have you decided?
You know why you're here.
Vous, je la slay maintenant? Peut-être qu'il se passe un truc?
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Ouais, je pense que c'est bon, Romary.
She sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times.
Oui!
The pointed
Me
tip
faire
of her
battre à
sharp
mort
spear
par la princesse.
cracks
Bref.
against your
Allô?
fracturing bones,
Allô, allô?
making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes
C'est pas grave, Romary, c'est nouveau, ça me va quand même.
with curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, And now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do?
Ça me va très bien, vous inquiétez pas, on fera la tower après, vous inquiétez pas.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Non, on est bien là, on est bien.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is.
Ça va, Maros? Ouais, ça va. Tranquille.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Bah voilà. C'est quoi ça? C'est quoi ça? Je vous banne.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Double win.
If you
Eh oui.
don't, it will be the end of the world. A terrible sense of déjà vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Dorian est une grosse vicosse. Je vous emmerde, j'ai eu la momie que je voulais.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her.
Let's go.
But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself. It hasn't. Or if it has, those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment you died last time. Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
Oui. Et coucou Rose. Je pense que tu arrives pour un des meilleurs moments du stream là.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now?
Tu vises la momie jour 3 ou pas? J'ai un vague souvenir de Alice jour 3, mais je pense que ce que j'ai envie de faire va pas mener au jour 3. On verra. No spoil. Hein.
She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations.
Ça, on va devoir faire une boucle encore après celle-là, parce qu'il nous reste encore la princesse, la damsel jour 2 qu'on laisse sortir, au lieu de la réduire en concept. Hein. Il nous reste la spectre jour 2 qu'on fera peut-être dans cette run-ci. Il nous restera du coup le jour 3 de celle-là ou le jour 2 de celle-ci. Kaléidoscope, on a réussi. Ah, tiens d'ailleurs, Beryl, est-ce que tu sais si Stranger, on peut faire un jour 3 dessus? Parce que tout à l'heure, on a tout essayé. On n'a pas réussi à faire un jour 3 sur The Stranger. Après, je sais toujours pas si on peut faire une run jour 1, s'il y en a une cachée qui existe. Qu'est-ce qu'il nous reste d'autres comme route qu'on avait faite? Il y avait celle qui s'est décapitée. On n'a pas fait le jour 3 dessus. J'ai eu peur. Bienvenue Gaslight. Installe-toi bien. Et oui, du coup, les lurkers du chat, n'oubliez pas de follow la chaîne. Hein. Et oui. Qu'est-ce que comme princesse qu'on n'a pas faite, hein, qu'on n'avait pas fini? La Nightmare jour 2. La Rasoir jour 2 aussi. On va avoir plein de princesses à faire.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? What do you mean? Yes, if it's the last, do you think that if she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? Just because she...
Okay.
Just be... Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you...
Okay.
She just... We're not. Can we... I'm not. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself.
Oh, j'ai pas des trucs à... Non, attendez. Qu'est-ce qu'il dit? Je croyais que c'était le même dialogue, mais non. Qu'est-ce qu'il dit? We might pledge ourselves to her. Oui? Je veux submit à la momie. Elle avait l'air clairement trop forte pour moi. Je ne peux rien faire. Hein. Pas de jour 3 sur The Stranger. Ok. Oh! J'adore cette alerte. Coucou. Merci Kron pour le raid. Installez-vous les bébés. On est sur Slay the Princess. C'est un jeu pour faire très très rapide. Bien sûr, n'oubliez pas de follow la chaîne, bien sûr. Et qu'est-ce qui se passe dans ce jeu? Oh, merci. Ah, merci. mais oui, bah, merci pour les follow. Let's go. Du coup, faire très rapide sur le concept. C'est un visual novel où on a un narrateur qui nous dit qu'on peut tuer une princesse qui est enfermée dans un sous-sol d'une cabane dans la forêt. Il ne veut pas nous dire pourquoi. Il ne veut pas nous dire pourquoi. Il dit juste ça va être la fin du monde si on la tue pas. Et on est en mode ok. Et quand on va dedans, on voit que elle aussi, c'est une cassateuse en puissance. Du coup, tu es en mode pourquoi personne ne me parle normalement? Qu'est-ce qui se passe dans ce monde de mort? Et du coup, t'as plein de choix de est-ce que tu la tues ou pas? À quel moment tu la tues? Est-ce que tu lui mens pas? Et en fait, selon comment tu la tues jour 1, ça fait un jour 2 avec la princesse qui a évolué, qui a une nouvelle forme en rapport avec comment tu as évolué dans le jour 1. Et des fois, ça va jusqu'au jour 4 comme ça. Et avec du coup des routes vraiment... on a fait genre en tout peut-être genre 20-30 princesses différentes déjà en termes de route, c'était trop bien. Et là on fait une princesse qui a un peu une momie. Parce que du coup j'étais un tout petit peu spoil de celle-là, parce que j'ai vu ma copine y jouer. Mais du coup oui. Et sinon le reste du temps on fait d'autres jeux, des JRPG, des trucs comme ça. Et en ce moment on joue aussi à Talos Principle 2, jeu gros cerveau HPI, voilà. En fait c'est Pokémon mais tu veux les cannes. En fait c'est le mini-jeu de tu collectionnes les cartes The Witcher de tes bases, sauf que là elles veulent te tuer en fait. Momie, pas mummy. Oui, des momies. Vous allez voir, parce qu'en fait, en gros, là jour 1, là on est en début de jour 2. En jour 1, on a voulu tuer la princesse. Elle nous a renversé sur le sol. Elle nous a étranglé jusqu'à la mort. J'ai été toute chose. Et là, jour 2, du coup, elle va sûrement être du même genre. Vas-y.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
C'est compliqué sur le cœur, on sort de 2 heures de Garrido. La version claire, c'est on doit tuer la princesse, mais on va pas le faire parce que là c'est une momie. Voilà. Voilà, c'est ça le résumé de la situation. Et du coup, le jeu est en anglais, mais il est voice acté. Du coup, je commente ce qui se passe dans les grandes lignes. Je traduis pas tout parce que le jeu est très 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 verbeux. Mais vous inquiétez pas, ça se passe, ça se passe. De toute façon, vous allez voir visuellement, ça sera suffisant en fait. La momie va s'occuper de nous et ça sera très bien. Rakuel Garrido,
Before you go any further.
la trait à LFI, mais non, c'est un peu raciste de dire trait. Genre, on va mettre des W partout, sauf si t'as l'impression que tu fais un accent. En fait, les W partout c'est drôle, jusqu'au moment où t'as l'impression que tu fais une parodie de créole. Ce qui est pas drôle, pas du tout, du coup.
She will lie, she will cheat.
Merci, l'aime nos filles. Non! Non!
Don't believe a word she says. Lying?
Mais non, je veux juste être drôle, je veux juste être quirky, je veux pas être raciste.
She didn't
Non!
need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you
Envie
listen
de
to
clipper
him.
ça. Non! En vrai, tu peux, ça va. Ça va, je désamorce, tout va bien.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Et du coup, on a des voix dans notre tête qui reflètent le chemin qu'on a parcouru jusqu'à cette princesse-là. Donc là, notamment, comme on a été...
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
C'est que du coup, comme on a été outpower par la princesse, du coup on a la voix du broken, la voix de l'homme cassé, qui est en mode « Non, oui, je pense qu'on doit submit à la princesse, elle est clairement plus forte que nous. » Du coup on a cette voix-là en plus de la voix du narrateur et de la voix du héros qui est notre propre pouvoir intérieur qui veut juste suivre sa mission en général. Michel Levon. Non! La meuf désamorce tellement qu'on va l'envoyer déminer en Ukraine. C'est une très grande porte qu'on a là. Du coup, Mel, quand tu demandais pourquoi The Tower, je crois que la princesse est très grande du coup. Genre Giantess, let's go. Mangy, j'arrive pour la meilleure route. Mais oui, Mangy. C'est ça que je voulais faire lundi, mais je m'étais raté. Je l'ai vu chez Alice, un peu, mais je l'ai pas tout lu. La princesse, c'est moi en faire présenter. Oui, alors je pense qu'elle fait plus de 2 mètres là par contre. Genre, vu la taille de la porte.
The blade is your implement.
You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
On est tous comme un petit bébé, non? Non! Oh non! Oh non! La princesse va être si grande par rapport à nous! Nous sommes si small dans son antre! Non! Oh là là! La petite pique géante! Non! Quirky parasiste! Oh non! Regarde, c'est horrible! Non! C'est laquelle la première pour toi? Attends. La meilleure route? Pour l'instant, ma route préférée, c'est la... Comment ça s'appelle? C'est la Nightmare jour 2. Parce que... Strangulation fétiche, voilà. Genre juste, elle t'étrangle. Puis en fait, c'est juste qu'en fait, elle met sa main sur toi. Et tu as une expérience de quasi-mort. Et du coup, oui, quoi. Genre juste... Puis en plus, elle te fait... elle éteint tes organes à volonté. Et j'avoue que c'était un peu kinky.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Adversary, c'est quoi? C'est la bête? Je m'en rappelle plus. Ou alors je l'ai pas faite encore. Je prends pas la blade du coup. Parce qu'on est là en mode simp, nous. Let's go.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll
Elle éteint tes organes. Oui, en gros, juste par la pensée, elle te regarde et elle peut te bloquer tes jambes et tes bras. Et pareil, genre elle arrête ton cœur quand elle veut. Et t'as des phases écran noir où t'as une des voix qui se concentre pour relancer le cœur, les nerfs, etc. C'est trop stylé. Et du coup, basement.
Blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more.
Tu l'as pas faite, ok.
If we're unarmed.
Liver, nerves. Lungs, liver, nerves. Ce que répétait la voix tout le temps, c'est trop stylé. Du coup, l'avoir répété ça en boucle en fond, c'était vraiment l'ambiance, c'était dingue. Au final, entre mon jeu de sorcière qui change d'apparence et le tien, ou c'est une princesse, c'est le même jeu. Alors, Melreus nous parle de son Vampire Survivors Like, hein, où en gros, tu joues une princesse en body transparent. Enfin, une princesse, une mariée en body transparent, donc déjà l'odeur. Et en fait, quand tes upgrades, c'est en gros, ça te fait upgrade tes tailles de tes seins par exemple, et ça te rend par exemple furry ou pas. En gros, tu builds ta propre mariée kink selon comment tu joues, en mode ah tiens, je vais faire une run gros sein. Genre, tu vois, vous voyez, genre dans Vampire Survivors, vous pouvez vous dire moi je vais faire une run synergie tel truc. Elle, Melreus, quand elle joue son Vampire Survivors Like, elle se dit ah là là, j'ai envie de jouer une run gros sein, j'ai envie de jouer une run petit sein, j'ai envie de jouer une run furry. L'odeur du jeu, hein. Coucou Alice. OMG Tower, oui. À part ça, ces mecs sont problématiques, hein. Bah je pense que c'est la fameuse socialisation primaire qui revient à chaque fois, hein. Voilà, hein. C'est la fois que tu y arrives, oui. D'ailleurs, le chat essaie de me gaslight, me dire t'es pas sur la bonne route, hein. Et en fait, j'ai trouvé une façon alternative d'arriver à Tower, hein. Du coup, ils étaient deg. C'est quoi ton jeu, juste pour vérifier? Melreus, c'est quoi le nom de ton jeu déjà? J'ai oublié le nom. C'est Witch quelque chose, hein. T'as fait comment? En gros, il m'avait dit quand t'es sur la princesse ce jour 1 avec ta lame, faut pas que tu rushes direct, faut que tu rushes après avoir hésité. Et moi, ce que je sais, c'est que je me suis carrément assise avec elle, et j'ai choisi après de la tuer. Et ça a fait quand même le combat où elle te outpower. Socialisation primaire avec les programmes pour enfants qui t'apprennent le sexe, ouais, je connais les gauchismes. Wedding Witch, c'est ça. Du coup, amuse-toi bien, Romary, hein.
No blade. It doesn't matter.
Mommy?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Elle va être tellement grande.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oui, madame, on descend. J'arrive, madame, j'arrive.
It was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed.
Leno va se pisser dessus, je colle. Go to Horny Dungeon. Oui, je vais dans le Horny Dungeon. Je rentre dedans là. Actuellement, je rentre dedans.
Down there. She wants us to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now
Oui.
you want to go.
Oui, je veux y aller.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says.
Oui, Alice, j'ai eu un raid de crowd juste avant.
Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Encore merci, Cronan.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast...
C'est Annie par Alice. Je suis Agnès. Nya. Merci Mel pour le sub offert à Braneko. Ah, let's go. Mel, tu les gars. Agnès. Agnès par Alice. Je suis Agnès. Nya. Et merci pour ça vous faire à Barat. Et Mel qui a offert 50 subs en tout, hein. Quel queen, hein. Tu es Agnès.
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
En plus,
Her
on voit
long
ses pieds.
hair billows around her, and a chain binds her
C'est pour
wrist
toi,
to the
Melreus, hein.
far wall.
Je jure, tes notifs me rendent toutes oui. God, on est d'accord. On est d'accord. Du coup, j'avais vu ça chez Alice. Je pose ma soupe.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless
Oui,
to
je suis
resist.
d'accord.
The little bird has returned to me.
Je suis un petit
I wonder
bird.
what he wants.
Je suis un petit bird.
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going
Ah.
to try and kill me. How sweet.
Attendez, je m'occupe de Romary 2 secondes. Romary qui en est donc à son 8ème ban tempo. Hop. Des bisous Romary. Attends 10 minutes. Directed by Quentin Tarantino. Oui.
And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Mommy.
Kneel.
Oui. Oui.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I
Les
squeezed
autres,
the
j'ai
life
supposé
out
la
of
slay,
your
hein.
broken lungs.
Non mais je pense que je peux briser le cycle de la haine si elle me slay moi. Et oui.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will
Oui.
help me seize it.
Oui.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you.
Ouais, ça
learn
m'a
the
appris que je ne pouvais pas lutter contre elle.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if
Ouais,
you
je suis
don't,
la seule qui peut aussi bien me
well,
soumettre à elle.
she's
Je suis
let you
d'accord,
know
le
what will
narrateur, je vais
happen,
faire ça.
hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable.
Attaque là dans l'épée comme un boss de Dark Souls. Non. Pas ces petits petons. Tu vois ses mains. Tu vois ses mains sont clairement des mains d'homme. Je l'ai démasqué. C'est clairement un trans. Tu as vu comment il est grand avec de grandes mains veineuses. C'est clairement un homme. Attaque là à coup de langue, ça va faire des dégâts critiques, tu peux faire confiance. Ouais, je vais faire ça, je pense, Mel.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay.
Non, Mel,
First
non,
things
si,
first,
elle a
you're
raison.
going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit
Ouais.
yourself to what
Je me
needs
commit à ce qui
to
doit
be
être
done.
fait, c'est-à-dire me soumettre à elle.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone.
Ouais, je suis d'accord, c'est clair ce que je dois faire maintenant actuellement le narrateur. Oui.
You can't win a battle that you've already lost in
Ouais.
your mind.
Est-ce que je lui parle avant? Oh, je vais quand même lui parler avant. Alors, qu'est-ce que tu vas me faire? Ah oui. Qu'est-ce que vous allez me faire, madame? Qu'est-ce que vous avez de prévu?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Oui. Tout ce que vous voulez, madame. Mais si tu es si forte que tu peux pas casser les chaînes toi-même.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
Il a raison.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
You would?
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Je dois exister pour la servir, pour que son histoire puisse se répandre. Oui, oui, madame. Tout ce que vous voulez, madame. Oui, oui. Et bienvenue al Pueblo.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
Tu as envie d'être son petit monstre mycose? Oui, regardez. Regardez, ça pourrait être moi, attendez. Je vais ouvrir le navigateur. Regardez. Attendez, je la retrouve, hein. Bougez pas. Ah non, je la retrouve pas. Ah si, c'est bon. Bougez pas, hein. Autorisé.
Sous vos ongles, je m'installe.
Il m'a détruit les oreilles, cet enculé. Regardez. Vous voyez là la grande momie là actuellement? Avec sa grande carrure et ses grands pieds? Ça c'est moi actuellement.
Vous me reconnaissez, non? C'est moi, le champignon. Je m'incruste sous vos ongles et je m'installe. Avec mes copains, nous gagnons du terrain. Et pas facile de nous déloger.
Des ongles jaunis, épaissis, décollés? Parlez-en à votre médecin. Pour recevoir notre brochure conseil, appelez le 3213 et dites Novartis.
C'est non, c'est moi.
Ça, je joue ce personnage-là actuellement, d'accord? On RP ce petit bonhomme, d'accord? Hop. Non, stop, je vais mourir. Oui, mais coucou Dolce Vita, tu arrives au bon moment. D'ailleurs, Leno, dans quoi? D'ailleurs, tu avais vu ce post? On est exactement là dans la bonne vibe. C'est quoi ce post? C'est quoi ce post de con? Oh, je lirai après, c'est long. Attends, je vais lire maintenant. Non, c'est trop long, je lirai plus tard. Désolé. Appelez le 1312 et dites au secours. Non. Je ne sais pas lire, je ne sais pas lire.
And from your act of utter devotion and submission,
oui.
Springs a new dawn.
Oui, je suis d'accord.
A better dawn.
Je suis d'accord.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Elle a raison. Elle a raison. Je vote pour la présidentielle directe. Oui, je vote les pleins pouvoirs à Madame la Tolkien. Oui. Oui. Alors...
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines
Le chat de
in
bottom,
my
c'est terrible.
heart.
Alors...
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Oui, madame. Oui.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps.
Je peux être son petit bon. Nya.
Your will was so easily broken.
Oui, oui.
Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
Comment je vais faire ça par contre?
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
Nique ta mère le narrateur, laisse-moi signer ma momie.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person.
Oh.
It's something different now. An echo.
Elle connaît le terme technique pour décrire le narrateur?
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Oui.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oui.
Ah!
Oh, le narrateur. Le narrateur qui a blush aussi.
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Trop stylé.
Break my chains.
Le narrateur qui est aussi...
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Je suis pas sûr de faire un quick save pour être sûr, j'ai l'impression que c'est du hint.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. It is good.
Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart.
Oui, madame.
It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever.
Girl boss?
Please, don't do this.
Je vais tellement faire ça, mon ref.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Oui, on va aller se balader. Il y a malaise dans le coin là-bas de la salle.
Nothing. And then, everything.
Oh, toutes les mains qu'il faut pour l'attraper du coup. Trop stylé. Comme les gigantesques, même Shifting Mand doit mettre plein de mains pour l'attraper. Alors du coup, pour les gens qui viennent de chez Chrome, qu'est-ce qui se passe? À la fin de chaque route, quand la princesse se fait attraper, enfin se fait capturer par The Shifting Mand, qui est un concept dans le jeu, qui est en gros c'est un peu une méta-princesse, qui du coup, à chaque run, va agripper une princesse et la consommer pour se construire en tant que super princesse, on va dire, ok? T'as pas eu de jour 3, putain de simp. Mais oui, mais forcément. Mais oui. J'aurais jamais voulu un jour 3 de simpage, hein. Parce que le jeu, il est mal fait, hein.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a... Why is it here? Why now? What is that supposed to mean?
Il y a un jour 3 simp, je pense pas du coup. Il y a un jour 3 simpage. Quoi? J'y vais à plus. Des oubliés, Romary? T'as pas eu le jour 3 Bratty Bottom. Oh non! Non! Le jour 3 Bratty Bottom! Bah, c'est pas grave, on le refera. Hein. Moi, je suis retrouvé par ça en live, je pense. Hein. Promis, Beryl, j'ai tout fait pour caler le jour 3 et s'il me peut pas. Ouais, Mel, ouais. Bien sûr, Mel. Hein.
This is what we all deserve,
bien sûr, Mel.
Isn't it?
J'ai hâte de voir la shifting monde là, avec la princesse. Mais du coup, il n'y a que le buste. Oh, trop stylé.
And empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Alors, qu'est-ce que tu penses de ce vaisselle? C'est où? Bah, il est où, le choix? Bon, ça, je vais tout faire.
Is a child the same as an infant?
Hop, ça on avait déjà lu.
Eyes closed.
Ça on a déjà lu.
With every gift you...
Ça on a déjà lu. Ça aussi.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths
Ah voilà,
of
il est
her
là.
being. Perhaps this one is dominance. A figure capable of bending everything to her will.
Oui.
She will make for a terrifying and divine heart.
Basé.
Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Ok, bon, tout là, on avait déjà lu de toute façon. Hop.
I will long for your return.
Vu qu'on a cette séquence-là à chaque fois. Non, on a déjà tout lu ce qui se passe ici. Sinon, si vous découvrez le jeu via Shekron, on va pas vous spoil pour l'instant, on vous spoilera au fur et à mesure.
We will meet again.
Du coup, nouvelle route, on va recommencer. Laquelle on fait? J'ai envie de tenter la jour 3 sur la princesse avec les 3 chaînes. Pour la voir, comment est-ce qu'on avait fait? Je crois qu'il fallait... il faut la tuer avec le couteau direct, je crois, non? Non, ça fait la... Je crois prisonnière, c'est cool, hein. Ouais, attends, comment là, déjà, la jour 2 prisonnière? Si on la tue direct, ça fait la fin spectre. Prendre le knife et la sauver. Ok.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it...
Hop.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning, before you go any further. She will lie...
Je vais save aussi. Hop.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Ok. Donc on prend le couteau. C'est couper ça, puis il a laissé nous tuer, non? Sûrement un truc comme ça, ouais.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
attends.
bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine
On verra.
layer
Je fais comme
of
Beryl a
dust.
dit.
The blade is your implement.
La blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult.
Donc là on est jour 1 pour l'instant les gens. Tu vois on a que la voix du narrateur et la voix du héros. Et là tout ce qu'on fait va déterminer quelle princesse on aura en jour 2.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Du coup, on va l'aider.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at
Hop, on
hand.
va skip. Du coup, est-ce que je suis là pour te tuer? Je suis là juste pour parler.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Drop.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no
Papa,
reasoning with
ça va?
her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Est-ce qu'il y a une route relationship avec elle là? Parce que là, ça me...
I know.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the...
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
Oh, coucou Emily, ça va?
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Pauvre Emily, je devais l'appeler ce matin ou cet après-midi. Et en fait, j'ai dormi parce que je suis rentré de rendez-vous Pôle emploi à 10h. Il n'y avait pas de courant. Et du coup, je me suis allongé pour dodo. Et j'ai dormi jusqu'à 17h. Et maquillé en plus, du coup. Là, je me suis pas maquillé pour le live, hein, genre, j'ai dormi comme ça. Éclaté et toi? Bah, éclaté un peu aussi, du coup, parce que spoilers, dormir en journée, c'est pas le meilleur dodo du monde. Faut que je me recale un jour.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Tu vas me former de nuit.
She is. I'm sure.
Ok. Assez parlé.
Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
On pourra faire ça un soir aussi si jamais ça t'arrange aussi, Emily. Parce que j'essaie d'éviter en 2 heures de travail pour pas t'embêter, mais si ça te va aussi, on pourra faire ça. Donc du coup, on va l'aider. D'ailleurs, question, est-ce que si on la laisse enfermer, ça fait aussi nightmare comme si on n'avait pas pris la lame, ou est-ce que c'est un autre type de nightmare qu'on va avoir, hein? Je vais pas le faire maintenant de toute façon. C'est pareil de mémoire, ok.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to... You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
Le temps qu'il ferme la porte, hein.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Du coup, faut la sauver.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it, Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The
Et donc là,
stakes
du
are
coup...
too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
Ah, du coup, Slay, ça fait aussi le combat pour avoir Tower, du coup? À ce stade-là? Rigolo. Du coup, il y a 3 façons d'avoir Tower, du coup. Vu que j'ai plus le droit de le faire, je pense que c'est pour faire Tower le Slay de Princess ici.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Oui, tue-moi, madame.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground,
Pauvre petit bête.
blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end. I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
C'est bon, on a bien la bonne route. Donc nous, du coup...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Pour les gens, du coup, qui n'avaient pas vu le tout premier live qu'on avait fait sur Princess, on avait fait cette route-là. Et dans cette route-là, du coup, elle est enfermée avec 3 chaînes. Et on lui avait filé le couteau pour qu'elle se décapite elle-même. Et il se trouve que, en prenant sa tête et en l'amenant dehors, bah, ça arrivait à la fin du jour 2. Du coup, je me demande, est-ce que... De toute façon, je fais une quick save pour être sûr d'avoir un jour 3. Est-ce qu'il faut juste la laisser morte dans le... est-ce qu'il faut juste la laisser morte dans la prison? Ou est-ce que de base, je la laisse là vivante? On va tester les deux, on va voir ce qui se passe. Enfin, s'il y en a un qui marche pas, on essaiera l'autre.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can...
Ok. Cabine.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Et du coup, dans cette route-là, du coup, jour 2, on récupère la voix du sceptique.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Let's go. Wink.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ok, du coup, quick save. Ah oui, j'avoue, il a commenté les fenêtres pour une fois. Du coup, il y a pas de fenêtres, il a commenté les barreaux. Est-ce que j'y vais sans la lame, du coup?
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade.
Ok.
We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Pareil, il avait aussi commenté dans la run de la princesse fantôme qui met le feu au basement. Il précise que du coup, il n'y a pas de fenêtre pour mettre de la lumière dans la pièce.
Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here.
Mais je crois qu'il commente dans les autres cas aussi la petite fenêtre qui est au-dessus d'elle. Pour le coup.
Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay. I'm trusting you.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful.
Wow.
You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
Bah oui.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs.
Oui.
It's been a while since I've had company.
Oui.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs.
Oh,
and lock
bébou, elle est
eyes
si
with the
grande.
princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Putain, du coup, il y a plein de trucs qu'on peut faire. Du coup, genre, on peut la tuer, laisser la tête. On peut la slay. Ou on peut aussi partir. Qu'est-ce que je fais? Je vais essayer de la laisser là. Sit with her, let's go, petite discussion coin du feu. Fuis. Je vais voir si je peux fuir ou pas. Quick save.
If by divine will, just as you finish the thought, you hear a door slam. I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished. It doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention, she'll find a way out eventually. That's not fair. Unless you deal with her right here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world. What seems unfair to you is fair for everyone else.
Ok, du coup, je pense que du coup, la tuer ou laisser la tête, ça arrive à la même chose. Du coup, genre le fait qu'on l'ait tué à cette route-là. Du coup, je pense que ça va mener au même jour 3.
Huh. So it's not even safe to think. I see how it is.
How surprising. They locked you down here too.
Bah, du coup, je vais quand même save au cas où. Non, oui. Je vais sortir avec.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
J'ai envie de throw.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed? I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Vous me connaissez. Mommy m'étrangle. Je ne peux que la laisser faire. Hein. Pourquoi elles ont des couronnes différentes hein. On sait pas trop, mais je pense que ça symbolise du coup quelle voie est actuellement utilisée. Vu qu'il y avait la route dans le kaléidoscope, on voit que les couronnes symbolisent les différentes voies que j'ai dans ma tête, si j'ai bien compris. Du coup, c'est la partie... Oh. Ce serait pas du coup la partie de moi qu'elle a en elle, c'est la couronne hein, dont elle parlait tout à l'heure dans la grosse fin. Maybe. Enfin, dans le corbeau parlait.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her head,
okay.
Smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
CW décapitation?
No.
On l'a déjà vu, non? Oh, look away, on n'a jamais fait ça.
You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins.
Yo, non, c'est encore pire avec la description.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know.
Ah, non, ah, c'est horrible, non, arrête. Aïe, ya.
Then, finally,
oui,
snap. There
oui,
is
oui,
a
oui, oui.
slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is
c'est horrible.
And yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it.
C'est pire sans l'image. Hein.
I think you can open your eyes now. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world. Are you sure she's not winking at us? Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased.
Tu pensais qu'elle est encore en vie? Du coup, on va la laisser là.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is safe.
Bébou, tu me fais pas la tête, oui. Non.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
Non.
What? No, you shouldn't do that.
Non.
Why would you do that? I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right? You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down. I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Oui, on s'en va.
This path is already worn by travel.
Oh.
And has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
Wait, what?
Ah non, du coup. Ça va quick load de ouf, hein. Ça va load comme Jaja. Hop. Loading. Ah, et du coup, c'est juste une fin où tu lives. Ok. C'est bizarre d'avoir une fin live aussi tard dans la run. Du coup, juste slay, j'imagine. Ou alors je la laisse... Attends, je vais m'asseoir avec elle.
You step towards the princess.
Je ne m'approche pas.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Non, attends. Quoi? Toi, si j'avais pris la princesse, ça aurait fait la fin jour 2.
You have everything you need to deal with her and save the world. I'm sure the door will open as soon as you finish your incredibly important task. Doesn't sound like we'll be able to talk him into letting us leave. Yeah.
T'inquiète, hein, je quitte pas la jour 2 tant que je fais pas le jour 3, hein, t'inquiète. Hein.
Don't worry. There are plenty of things.
Qu'est-ce que tu en sais si c'est pas la même chose, si tu as fait les mêmes choix avant? Je vois comment on peut finir la jour 2. Bah. Parce que ouais, dès que la princesse sort, hein, dès que tu sors la tête de la salle, ça fait la shifting mount qui aspire la tête en fait. Du coup, peu importe le contexte, hein, je pense que ça va faire la même chose, non?
Oh, for instance, us, her.
Mais c'est pas grave, au pire je le refais, vous inquiétez pas. Hein. Moi j'ai juste un jour 3. Donc au pire je le referai. Hein.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she... Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests. Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that exactly, he gets it, you're lucky, so don't... Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. I won't. Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Ok.
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. She's just putting on an act to disarm you.
Non, elle veut se trancher la gorge, on le sait.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to That doesn't sound great. There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him. Possibly even more than we can't trust her.
Ok. Ah, mais c'est vrai que je peux la trancher moi-même. Après, j'avais oublié cette possibilité-là.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over.
Je suis un good bird. Encore.
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Ouais.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
Envie de m'attacher au mur?
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Parce que je pense que si je la slay, est-ce que je peux vraiment le faire ou pas? Slay, 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 cut, give her the knife. Non, je peux pas. J'aurais bien aimé... Oh, si.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Oui.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Du coup, la vraie save, c'était au début. Du coup, là, j'ai quick save ici.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your
Ouais, ça
hand,
fait sens, parce que du coup,
around
si
your-
le basement, c'est une façon dans la construct de symboliser la construct, du coup, ben, je dois y être enfermé comme la princesse. Ça fait sens.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me?
Et je pense le slay, du coup, genre, elle se bat avec moi puis elle récupère la lame et ça fait la même chose, je pense, du coup. C'est ça le vrai jour 3, du coup.
Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
No. Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not. Nope.
That's rude.
Ah ouais,
You and the princess
Elle
wait
veut pas
in
parler, quoi.
silence,
Super.
though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything, she's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Bah, let's go, hein.
I suppose you're correct.
Petit chill.
Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Alors du coup, si on maintient ce côté symbolisme que je pense avoir compris. Du coup, ça signifie que la constructe aussi subit du leak de l'extérieur? Que la constructe ne peut pas être éternelle? Attends-moi.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly, there are no walls. And then... And... I think he's gone.
Ah, du coup, ça va faire une princesse différente jour 2. Je vais pas avoir le jour 3. Mais j'aime bien quand même, je vais quand même la valider.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Stylé. C'est quoi ce genre de... Bah c'est stylé, j'aime bien.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a...
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
C'est donc ça qui se passe quand j'ai alt-tab d'un jeu pendant 6 heures et que je fais autre chose. Oui.
All of me is changing.
Ok. Qu'est-ce que tu penses de ce vaisseau?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Ok, et le reste on a déjà vu.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Ok. Nouvelle route, hein. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Il me reste la spectre, que je sais que j'ai envie de faire. Est-ce qu'il y a des jours 3, s'il y a Beryl qui est encore ici, est-ce qu'il y a des jours 3 que tu veux me proposer là? Qu'est-ce qu'il me reste d'autre à faire? Il y avait la bête jour 2 aussi que j'avais pas réussi, mais je sais plus comment on fait la bête. Hein. Les deux marchent pas, Mélécus. Un jour 3 précis de la bête. Hein. Parce que moi j'ai déjà fait la... Tu l'as vu la bête quand je l'ai faite ici ou pas? Parce que j'ai fait un jour 3 de la bête. Hein. Et j'avais battu la bête. Hein. La bête c'est Fury, oui. Ok, comment est-ce qu'on va atteindre Zoden, Brill? Je veux bien la façon de faire. Je rappelle que le jour 2 il faut mourir contre la bête. Mais comment est-ce qu'on a la bête jour 2? Let's go, j'ai trop hâte. Hein. Ouais, Furry Enjoyer ici. Hein. C'est grave. Hein. Est-ce que tu vas plus préférer la Furry ou la Tower hein. Avec les... En plus, on voit ses patounes, il me semble, à la bête. Hein. Slay the princess. The beast. Alors, va à la cabine, prends pas le couteau, parle à la princesse, ne la libère pas. Change d'avis, au dernier moment, il tente de la finir. Hein. Ok, je crois que c'est ça la route. Ok, je vais vérifier vite fait. The Beast. Prends pas la lame. Faut mentir à la princesse. Ah non, non, non. Ok. Vas-y, je vais essayer de faire ça. Donc, quick save. Donc, je remets mon petit OBS à côté. Je pense que je vais aimer les deux pareils. En fait, j'aime juste le fait, il y a plein de princesses différentes. En fait, il y a rien de kinky. J'aime bien la princesse épée là aussi. Oh, pépou. Alors, cabine.
The interior of the blade.
Donc, on la prend pas.
The door to the basement
on lui ment.
Wait, really? You're here to...
I see.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes.
Pour avoir le jour 3 insane ou no spoil. Bah si c'est le meilleur jour 3 ever, me le dis pas pour l'instant. Ah non mais du coup, oui le jour 3 de la bête, oui dis-moi du coup. Ce que je dois faire. Non mais non, no spoil, sinon je vais tester plusieurs routes de toute façon. Donc, dès que je serai arrivé jour 3, je ferai tout pour voir ce qu'il faut... Dès que je serai jour 2, je verrai ce que je peux faire pour avoir un jour 3 différent de toute façon. T'inquiète. Oh, il y a une petite araignée dans le coin là-bas, regardez-la. Regardez la petite araignée. Attends, je sais pas si on la voit. Regardez la petite araignée là-bas. Bébou. Ok, bye alors, bonne nuit. Les zombies, bébou, rilant. Bonne nuit. Mo. Mais la petite araignée. Donc du coup, il faut que je fasse ça. Lui mentir. La libérer. Ok, récupérer la lame. Et give up. Hop, OBS, let's go.
She's beautiful.
Alors.
You're only making this more difficult.
Okay, I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of... Is someone else... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This easier for everyone.
I heard the door.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess.
Ah oui, c'est quand elle dévore son bras. Du coup, je la tue pendant qu'elle dévore son bras pour la ancrer en tant que bête. Oui, c'est ça.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf as she rips her flesh from her bone. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to... You won't like what happens.
Hop, slay.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but It's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Oh, attends, mais c'est quoi ces trois trucs là? Parce que du coup, il faut give up pour voir la bête, je crois. Mais c'est quoi ça là? Attendez, quick save. Si je finish le job, c'est une nouvelle route à part entière, je crois.
You steel your resolve and take another step
J'ai jamais fait
closer to
ça.
the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation.
Okay.
Honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken.
Du coup, nouvelle route au jour 2, je crois.
I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ah, c'est The Witch du coup. Oh, rigolo.
You're on a path.
Ok, attendez. Du coup, j'ai testé un truc dans The Witch. Et si c'est rien de nouveau, je rollback pour prendre un autre choix avant. Donc The Witch. On va à la cabine.
A warning before you go any.
Parce que du coup, on n'a jamais fait en sorte de la laisser passer devant nous. Est-ce qu'on peut le faire hein?
The interior, the blade.
Prendre la lame.
You take the well, if that's the door to the basement.
Hop.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
She seems friendly enough. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? You need to stop lingering. Fine. You're the boss.
Du coup, déjà, une petite furie, mais russe. Hein. Regarde-la comme elle est toute.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
Le petit cul au cul, elle est trop mignonne.
Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. That's pretty sharp. How'd you call it? Well, do you remember us then? No, I don't. But you and the princess, I'm just glad. Is it? Or just focus on the task at hand.
Moi, je l'ai pas tué non plus.
If you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe don't talk to her. You're just going to make things.
Well, I seem to remember.
Je peux la slay hein.
Without uttering a word, you charge the princess. So much for finding an easy way out. I can't believe you're making us work for it.
Better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, at least.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist. She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her!
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me.
Mais oui, elle est en mode... Elle est en mode 2.3.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing it. Great, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Are we? At the bottom of the barrel. We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is? No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop? You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken.
Oh le... Comment ça s'appelle? La lutte de Brat là?
Princess have broken a dozen times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Are you winning, son?
Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the fracas continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better pecking order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something?
Ça va nous refaire la fin, on se fait squish par les racines? Ce serait un peu dommage.
Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
Je ne parle pas, je la tape.
You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle, the two of you lifted delicately off the ground, but the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict.
Yo!
The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement. Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still...
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Ah, c'est dégueulasse.
You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then... you pop. Everything goes dark.
Non, du coup, c'est Rose Wild, la forêt. On va pas se rebattre. Ah, c'est dommage.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning. And
what should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving.
C'est un peu différent. Je vais voir si je peux avoir un truc différent avec elle. Attention, je peux encore faire la route que je voulais faire. Du coup, je peux. C'est pas grave, on va juste skip et revenir au point pour lancer la bête.
There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't. Yeah. Now that.
And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway. It was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The princess included.
It was a fitting end.
Ok. Qu'est-ce que j'avais fait des choix ici ou pas? Je me rappelle plus quand on était devenus la forêt ensemble. Ah, j'avais accepté de la rejoindre. Du coup, je vais tout faire pour qu'on soit reséparés.
You can start by remembering that you exist, and not as some part of a gestalt entity. You exist as your own self.
I'm not so sure about that.
And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back, she committed a murder-suicide using a living cabin.
Right. That was
I'm sure I would have had us do the same thing if we were in her shoes. We really do, Meg. You need to remember that you and the princess are enemies. Don't let bygones be bygones. Remember what she's...
We can't go back to that! We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Oh, si.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been...
Spoken like... honestly, a real puppet master.
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned.
Hatred?
Please, don't make us remember how...
Si, on va faire ça, Maros.
And just like that, you start to fall apart.
Et ça, on n'a pas fait?
She really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me. We never got to see the end of that fight, did we? We can't both be winners. One of us has to beat the other.
I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered.
And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal.
Oh!
You start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you wanted to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better, finally. I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some division of the soul can never truly be mended.
Oh!
A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Stylé.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Je pensais vraiment qu'on allait avoir une fin différente ici. C'est trop bien.
At the center of it all is the princess.
Yo.
A wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this? Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this?
You have to. You know you have to.
Putain, du coup, il y a deux fins différentes en plus? De la slay ou de la cut? Quick save, hein.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
Et je pense dans les deux cas, de toute façon, elle se fait aspirer. Il n'y aura pas de jour 4 là-dessus.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we
je vais quand même essayer.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... just have to wait and find out when it happens. Just ignore him. What's he gonna do? Lecture us into submission? He can talk all he wants. He's weak. Thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like.
You're tired, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that.
Ok, les deux existent. J'ai validé celle-là pour l'achievement.
It's so cold without you.
Oh, les deux sont horribles. Hein. Vas-y, je vais valider celle-là pour l'achievement.
She's gone. Is that...
Tu as une thèse à écrire. Non mais oui, le jeu est trop bien.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet.
Du coup... qu'est-ce que tu penses de ce passant?
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will do not mourn her.
Ok.
She has found what she yearned for. The next time I see you, I will be here.
Coucou Lianas. Oui, t'es arrivé au moment rigolo. Wounded Wild. Ok. Et du coup, bah, y a notre achievement pour la vraie mort. Cette princesse-là, c'était... Tu te rappelles qu'on avait fait la forêt? Je sais pas si c'était là qu'on avait fait la forêt, on était devenu un avec la princesse. Bah là, j'ai refusé de devenir la forêt avec elle. Du coup, ben, on s'est retrouvé face à elle, à la base des racines. Donc, je veux dire, soit de la tuer, soit de la libérer. Et là, on l'a libérée. On l'avait tué juste avant, et j'ai rollback, j'ai quick load pour la sauver. Ok, du coup, on retente la biste. Parce que Ben disait qu'il y avait un jour 3 différent pour la bête.
You make your way up.
Du coup, il faut ne pas prendre la lame.
The interior.
On prend pas la lame.
The door to...
On ment.
Wait, really?
Ah.
Okay.
J'ai pas le choix de la... Ah non, j'ai pas le droit de la sauver, merde. Qu'est-ce que je peux faire du coup? Si je la tue, il se passe quoi? Bon bah, quick save, hein.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
So, what? You're going to try and kill me?
Apparemment, j'ai jamais fait ça.
You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains?
Ok.
She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
La princesse lionne, ça l'énophie. Bah moi je veux la lionne, ça me va. Hein. Parce que c'est ça que je voulais faire avec tout à l'heure.
She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. You slowly creep down the basement stairs.
Ouais, c'est ça.
It's quiet.
C'était un des chemins du coup, parce qu'il y avait un autre chemin qui nous donnait là tout à l'heure. J'ai fait un reset encore, ouais.
Flesh still chained to the wall, and she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me, or did this room get a lot bigger? This is a dangerous play. Who's to say she'll actually succumb to her wounds? She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right now. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading the heavy wooden table. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall. It isn't long before you start to drift.
I know you're still there.
Ah oui.
Why don't you make things
ça reloupe vers The Nightmare. Hein. Écoute, on va faire Nightmare jour 2 du coup.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try.
She sounds terrifying as she violently rattles the door.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick
up.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up again. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence. Where is she?
Hop, Nightmare. Du coup, cabine. Je vais save pour de vrai et je ferai un quick load si jamais on n'a pas un truc sympa. Hop.
She will.
Du coup, on va essayer de la tuer.
The interior, the port is just. She's already gotten.
Hop. Prendre la lame.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be good. Steel can't lie to us.
Ça, mon ref.
Is it gonna be enough though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know. The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
Oui, c'est intéressant par contre. Et chez moi, l'arme, ça a toujours été une lame, une épée, enfin un petit couteau. Est-ce que dans le lore, il y a une explication pour que ce soit forcément un couteau, ou est-ce que c'est juste comme ça? Genre pourquoi est-ce qu'il n'y a pas une loupe où ça devient un gun par exemple? C'est intéressant ça. Que symbolise le couteau?
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there
Alors.
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
Ok, on va essayer de la tuer du coup.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose.
Ok.
You turn to the right, a faintly outlined path.
There you are. I told you I was going to.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go, your arms quick. This is it.
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Oui, oui.
As your blood begins to coagulate,
chaque fois.
It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes... What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function?
And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure that's what... You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure.
Heart. Lung.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than death.
Alors, est-ce que je peux la slay hein?
Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it! Oh, you're going to regret this! I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now!
Ah bon? Oh, j'ai brat.
We've already seen how she can change... Heart, lungs, liver, nerve.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She falls to the ground, unmoving. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here.
But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us.
It means that you're stuck here. Forever. Oh, no. Oh, no. Time passes. Forever's gonna end. Eventually, right? No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end.
I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it?
What do you mean?
We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die?
Because right now, you don't want us to do that.
You're right. I don't.
But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
I just do. I value life.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
Oh, était mon dialogue.
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once.
I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you?
Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever.
Alors, t'as joué combien de fois? En vrai, 2. Parce que du coup, il y a eu la grande momie, la giantess. Et on s'est battu à mort contre la witch. Et c'était bien aussi. Nya, et coucou écharpe.
It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time?
Une momie? Non, une momie avec 2 M et un Y. Une môme.
No. Still no. You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets.
Oui, écharpe, je t'en doutais un peu quand même.
I'm not.
Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
The narrator ignores you. You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can. The narrator continues to ignore you.
Oh, you could do a lot better than us.
Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time. That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along.
We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
I'm stuck here with you.
I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest. Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely. Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us, and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely. More time passes. You're still here. More time passes. You're still here. More time.
Je vais attendre, mon ref.
More time. More.
Vraiment? Vraiment? Ok, c'est vraiment éternité, d'accord. En vrai, j'ai joué au jeu depuis la dernière fois. J'ai passé genre 1h30, j'ai drop pour les mêmes raisons que j'ai détesté Unparable. Ça parle trop, ça jacasse H24, ça me tue le cerveau. Bah oui, c'est un visual novel voice acté, oui. C'est un VN écharpe, oui, ça parle beaucoup.
Oh no, what are you doing? You tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. There's no way out now. You mean other than starving? Right, I mean other than that. You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in, and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing. The only things you know for certain are that it's long, and that it hurts. We really shouldn't have tossed the blade. No, you really shouldn't have, but biology and time are immutable force. Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain.
Et du coup, même route ou pas? Attends, The Wraith?
You're on a path in the woods.
Attends, on peut accéder à The Wraith comme ça?
This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes...
Yes.
No, there has to be a way out of here. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out...
Oh, threatening us with death, are we?
And why should we be afraid of... All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to... This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path...
Ok.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, it's...
Is that supposed to be a riddle?
I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. So, yes, I'm the same...
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves.
They've clearly all been through some...
Oui, ça on a déjà vu.
Then she finds a way out, so... Only we don't have to see her. No, it's strictly... And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right, the only solution worth...
Oui, d'accord.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. Know that there is always a choice. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
On second thought, let's not kill him.
You continue down the path towards the... It isn't long before your step... I don't like any of our options here. It feels... Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't...
Alors...
There's obviously no...
Est-ce qu'on fait quelque chose de différent ici ou pas?
The only furniture of... What's strange? The mirror? What do you mean there?
I suppose the only...
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's...
You didn't say door.
No, I didn't say door. Because it's just like last time, isn't it? Let me assure you that there's...
Oui, bon bref. Peut-être pareil de toute façon. Je vois venir.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed.
Il y a juste le paranoïaque qu'il a à la place d'un autre. Mais à part ça...
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front. I hate that I know what's
what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much. You reach your arm forward. That was a close.
Hopelessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit. Whereas you feel something long and frigid bones. Icy pain radiates up from the brain. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a...
So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Come.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best. And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is...
Yeah, but not like this.
Then turn off the part of you that feels... Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another...
Except that pain hurts.
Yes, that's what it does.
Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
You need to explain to yourself why it is.
Bon, je peux rien faire à part struggle, hein.
You violently struggle against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together.
It's so easy to make me squirm. But I won't be crueler than I have.
Oui, madame.
I wouldn't want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges.
Is there any conceivable way?
Yeah, I'm right. It is fine. Everything is always... Your vision fades. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed.
Ah, c'est vrai que la dernière fois je m'étais jeté dans le vide. Là, est-ce que je peux faire autre chose?
We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason.
Were we?
I was.
I know you were, but you were going to do it for the wrong reason.
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you think and feel. You think you are numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me, and I don't feel regret, even in the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found.
We weren't always like this. I've always been like this.
All I'm doing is reaping what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us.
You wouldn't dare.
Your body, still slumped against...
It's not that bad.
You toss the last of your will aside and surrender to the princess. I guess that's that. Maybe we'll find our freedom on the other side. An end is an end. Let's see what it has in store for us.
This is all I wanted. If there will be a mercy for you at the end of everything.
Your body inches along the corridor.
Ok, on va voir ce qui se passe si on la laisse se faire.
More difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world. But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body until it is a piece of meat and feathers. I will be free.
Please, just let her out.
Yes, let me out.
It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
You can't describe me into submission. The door is right there.
It really is, isn't it?
I walk to it. I place your bloody hand on the door. I make you twist the handle.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
He is gone.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
I did nothing. He dealt with himself.
This is it then. The big moment. Finally, we'll get to see what's really out there.
The handle clicks as we push forward. The air is different here.
Ok.
We're us again. How interesting. Everything is gone. Except her.
Ouais, taille très fine, ouais. Ok.
She's gone. And there's that note.
Hop. Vas-y, du coup on refait la fin de la boucle. C'est la 5e.
I think you know what I am.
On peut voir en bas ici. Alors. Je vais poser toutes les questions nulles, tiens.
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse.
Ok.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Tu fais vraiment lui poser que des questions nulles.
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Ok. J'ai jamais cassé le miroir, j'ai testé pour voir. Ok. Là on est vraiment en mode vas-y, on connaît le jeu. On teste tous les possibles. Ah oui, spoilers échappent. Hein. Donc là, du coup, dernière fin, on va la laisser faire.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. Names are their attempts to capture.
Oui, ça je sais.
Ever the passive player, when the echoes so.
Alors.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Flesh is a vehicle, and to destroy the flesh is to strand the spirit.
Oui, j'ai déjà vu.
This is my violence, to fear me is to fear losing the flesh. The flesh is not the spirit.
Ah ok, alors.
Then set me free again. Set both of us free. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you.
J'avais jamais compris que c'était de son point de vue à elle quand on voyait les visions noires, je suis trop conne.
But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
Alors. Ah, du coup, je peux juste stop early et Monsieur Render. Non, je vais faire ça à la fin, pour avoir tous les dialogues possibles. Ah, quoique, parce que du coup, t'as que le héros, il intervient et ça saoule. Possible. Le fait qu'il y ait une des meufs à ses pieds qui bouffe littéralement le cul d'une autre, ça me tabasse. Hein. Non, c'est pas vrai. C'est trop stylé, j'adore cette scène. Genre, toute fois qu'on la voit, et à chaque fois, c'est toujours aussi impressionnant.
All things are connected through me and through you. To harm me is to harm yourself, is to harm
le flac. Le fiac, le flac. Le fiac,
To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence? Or, in time, would they see it as a curse?
Oh, POV de la momie qui me regarde à ses pieds, oui.
You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacies reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine.
Non, tu as pas vu notre propre visage, les chats.
When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
My threads, like yours, are unbroken. She is me as much as I was her. I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger. Then don't. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center.
Et dans le personnage, elle est ouf hein, dans cette scène. Hein.
Open your eyes and accept
Oui,
what we
on
are.
va faire ça.
We can leave this prison together. This universe dies and...
Alors, du coup, Sly, on l'a fait. Ça, on l'a déjà fait. Let's go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Ah ouais, trop chiant quand tu sens que ta cage elle sert trop fort. Ouais. Que tu sens vraiment chaque angle de la cage et tout, c'est... Ouais.
I love you.
Oh, calmez-vous! Après, si c'est pas serré, ça tombe la cage, non? Hein. Ouais, il paraît, Mel, ouais. Il paraît que ça peut tomber. Hein. Imagine, ça tombe en public, la honte que ce serait. Hein. Tu fais une chance au succès? Bah, j'aurais, tu veux faire toutes les fins et toutes les princesses possibles, ouais. Oh non, la cage pénienne trop serrée quand Mommy me marche dessus. L'odeur du chat, hein.
It's magnificent.
Aïe.
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Let's go. Eh ben dinguerie. J'adore ce jeu. Hein. Ah ya. La chance on refera un live dessus. On fera les fins qui nous manquent. Je prépare et fini. Non, c'est la troisième fois qu'on fait une fin écharpe. Du coup, prochaine fois, quand on refera du princesse, sera le dernier stream, je pense. On fera les fins qui nous manquent. Je préparerai à l'avance pour savoir quel chemin faire. Du coup, comme ça, on n'aura pas les couacs comme cette fois-ci. Enfin, en vrai, ça va, on a que des nouvelles princesses à chaque fois, en vrai. Ou alors, peut-être qu'on avait déjà fait, mais avec des petites variations. Par exemple, la race qui est un peu différente. Et après, le vrai farm, je le ferai off-stream, parce qu'après, c'est juste du farm, on doit faire les mêmes routes avec des petits choses différents, donc c'est pas très grave. Hein. Mais voir toutes les princesses, je vais le faire en stream, par contre. Voir toutes les princesses, je vais le faire en stream. Mais trop bien le jeu. Il est... Oui, je suis un peu déçu, parce que du coup, les fins ne m'apprennent pas plus que ce que je savais déjà. Et j'aurais pensé que le jeu aurait eu une layer de plus à faire plusieurs boucles. Mais du coup, non. Du coup, un peu déçu là-dessus. J'ai vu qu'il y avait un trailer... dans l'intro. Les mains, il nous a clignoté et elle est apparue comme ça fait peur. Mais ouais, du coup, bah, on va s'arrêter là, je pense. Du coup, prochain stream, normalement dimanche ou lundi. Dimanche, normalement. Dimanche après-midi, on fera du Talos Principle 2. On pourra avancer, on est dans le monde 4, je crois. 4 ou 5. Ça va être trop bien. Alors... Q. Oui, bonjour, Cronan. Non, il n'y a pas de cul. T'as loupé les culs. Il y avait des culs juste avant, il y avait plein de culs partout. On voyait même une meuf bouffer un cul d'une autre meuf. C'était bien. 7 culs. Vas-y. Chez qui je vous raide les bébous là?